Hey everyone, so today I wanted to make a message to all the people who hate me. And I wanted to start off by saying that, I've never actually doxed anyone. And when I made that video response to Pebrick, the first one, not the second one, and I said that over the years, because of me being bullied and constantly nonstop harassed as much as I've been for the past 5 years on YouTube since I started my channel back in 2017 when I was 20 years old. And ever since then, because of the fact that I've been bullied and harassed as much as I was and have been and still am, I've had to block many people. And that's what I meant to say to Pebrick. But you have to understand that at the time when I made that video as a response message to Pebrick for all the videos that he's been doing to mock me and to make fun of me and harass me and piss me the fuck off and make me feel like shit and just keep on being annoyingly obsessed with me and getting under my skin and just really making me so fed up to the point where I had to respond at least once. And I was so fucking heated in the moment in my response video to him, in the first one and in the second one too. But in the first one, when I said to him that I've had to dox many people over the years, I didn't mean to say that. That was a mistake. And I just hope you can all understand that. And obviously you won't. Because even knowing the fact that I simply made that mistake, that boo-boo, something I said that I literally, honest to God, did not mean to say, believe it or not. Like, it's not like I meant to say doxed. I meant to say block. But if you think about it, both the words block or doxed sound pretty similar. I'm not saying that they sound exactly the same. Of course not. But they do sound similar. And I don't think there's any denying that. And also, the reason why I said that I had to dox many people over the years is because of the fact that, I've wanted to dox people, believe it or not. And I don't just mean anyone in general. I mean trolls in specific. I want to have some sort or form of revenge on them. I really do. Like, I really wish I could get back at them in some way, shape, or form. Or at least that somebody else would. But I know for a fact that nobody else is going to. Nobody else is really going to stick it to any of these trolls who have been doxing me countless times and making fun of me, mocking me, accusing me of things that are not at all true, lying about me by making lies about me, making up false stories or just these false, fake notions about me. These trolls are just literally out for blood. And, believe it or not, but I've also been threatened, like actually legitly threatened by many trolls over the years on YouTube. I've, honest to God, had trolls tell me themselves they want to kill me, that they want to shoot me dead, chop me up to bits, burn me alive, whatever. Like, the trolls on the internet are so fucking sick and twisted in the head. They are so heinous and so evil and just vile, and they will stop at nothing. They have just wanted to just destroy me. And you know what? I am really worried. I'm not just worried for my well-being and my safety, but also the well-being and safety of my family. Because I've had countless trolls threaten me, threaten my life. Not necessarily threaten my family, but I have had so many trolls threaten my life. And it's not like I can really do anything about them because I don't know who the hell any of them are. I don't know if they're guys or girls because they all have fake anonymous names. They don't show their real face. They never do. I mean, they don't even really have a YouTube channel for that matter. All they have is just a silly little bullshit YouTube account with a fake name that is just so retarded, and they don't show or post their real face. And, you know, I can't really do anything about them to stop them. Because even if I contacted the police, I mean, what can they do about all these anonymous trolls who are threatening my life? Because they literally are threatening me. And if any cops or even FBI agents are watching this video, believe me when I say that my life is being threatened and has been ever since I was 20 years old in 2017. This is a serious issue. This is not even funny. It's not a joke. The trolls are getting worse and worse and worse. And like I said, and I'll say again, they will stop at nothing to see me ruined. They want me dead. Literally dead. They would love nothing more than to just wash their hands in my blood. They want me killed. They themselves would love nothing more than to kill me. These trolls are not good people. They're not innocent. They deserve to be stopped. They deserve to be put in their place. And unfortunately, it can't be me because I don't really know the first thing about doxing people. I don't know what steps to take. And, you know, deep down inside, it's not like I want to dox people. But if I had to, I will. And I would. I mean, if I knew how to do it, that is. But I don't. I don't know how to do it. And when there are so many trolls that are anonymous, which is pretty much all of them, it's like, it makes it all the more harder for me to track down any of these idiots. Any of you idiots. Because I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what state you're from. I don't know what city you live in. I don't know, like, what your race or skin color is. You know, I don't know anything about you. I don't know, like, when you were born, the month, day, and year. I don't know anything. I don't have any of your information. None of it. So I can promise and assure all of you trolls that even as much as I wish I could dox each and every single one of you cocksuckers, I can't. I am literally unable to. It's impossible for me to dox people since I don't know anything about doxing people, since I've never done it before. And I'm not that smart and wise when it comes to the internet. I'm really not. I don't know the first thing about doxing anyone, or the steps to take, or anything like that. But, you know, I'm scared. I'm in fear of my life, and scared and in fear of the lives of my family members. Because even though none of them have really been threatened, I have been countless times. I have had so many trolls sending me death threats. So many of them. Countless trolls sending me death threats. Just nonstop, day in and day out. Never ending. These trolls want to kill me. I mean, they're cowards, so of course they won't. And it's not like they would ever, like, actually come to where I live. But if they did, you know, my family and I would have the legal right to take action against them, to defend ourselves. But instead, of course, they're just gonna, like, send shit in the mail or whatever. Like, it's sickening. It really is disturbing that I am still, to this day, being just attacked. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like my life is on thin ice. I just don't know what to do. I'm out of options here. And so, to all you trolls, to all of my haters out there on YouTube who hate the fucking shit out of me, and if anything, hate me to death, just know that I hate you all to death as well. And, you know, I can't really do anything about you. I can't stop you. It would take a miracle in order to just literally put a stop to any of you. It would take a miracle like you all getting struck by lightning all at the same time, for example. And that's just one of the many examples I have. It would take a miracle to put you in your place. That would literally be the only way that any of you would ever change or even be willing to. If you either got struck by lightning and killed, run over by a car, shot, stabbed, whatever. Like, you trolls on the internet are just wretched human beings. You're the most foul, shallow, pathetic, pitiful human beings to ever walk the face of this planet, to ever exist on this earth. And one thing that really enrages me and just frustrates the fucking hell out of me is the fact that you trolls even have access to the internet in the first damn place. Because you ruin and wreck the internet for all of us other people who are simply trying to, enjoy our time on the internet. Even I'm trying to enjoy my time on the internet, but ultimately I never really can, because I always know that there is some troll, some asshole somewhere on the internet who's out for blood and just out to get me, and will stop at nothing to see me just beaten down and left for dead. And here's another unfortunate thing. KiwiFarms.net is back up. I have no idea how that happened. I really don't. I have no idea how that pitiful, garbage website used to not only dox me countless times, but also many other incels on the internet who did not deserve to be doxxed. I'm not saying that you can't bully or harass somebody online, but even that's illegal. According to law, cyberbullying is illegal. And it's not like you trolls are just simply like, making fun of me and trying to joke with me and whatever. No, you're literally threatening my life. You're threatening to do things to me and my family, send things to our house or whatever, because you're cowards and too much of a coward to actually show up in person and show your face. Because obviously none of you would be dumb enough to ever do something like that. None of you would ever be stupid and retarded enough to ever show your face at our house, on our property, in person. Not a single one of you would ever do such a thing. And I know you wouldn't. But even knowing that you wouldn't do that, it just proves that you're cowards, because you'll send things to our house or our address or whatever. But when it comes to showing up in person to try to beat me up or hand me my ass or something, you would never dare. I know none of you would. And this is all thanks to Pebrick. This is all a result of him starting this beef, starting this fight between me and him. And then he has his pussy-ass faggot subscribers tell me to stop bullying him, or tell my subscribers to stop bullying him, even though he's the one who fucking started it in the first damn place. I wanted nothing to do with him. You know what, trolls? You know what, you freaks? All I wanted to do with my YouTube channel was have my voice heard. I wanted to reach as many people out there all over the world as I possibly could. I wanted to make friends. I wanted to bring in as many people who relate to me and who understand me as possible, both men and even women. And you know what? Yes, I'm sexist. Yes, I am a little bit somewhat racist. Yes, I'm homophobic. But you know what? I really don't give a flying fuck. I really don't. I don't give a damn, in case all of you trolls didn't already know that. Because you know what? It is not illegal or against the law to hate gays. I can't be thrown in prison or get a sentence of any amount of years just because I hate gays or transgenders or women, or the fact that maybe I'm slightly a little bit somewhat racist, as if you yourselves aren't and you're just so pure and holy and righteous and perfect. Bullshit. I call bullshit. You guys think you're such heroes and you think you're so innocent and pure and just righteous and holy. You're all full of shit. You're all fucking predators, just like Pebrick. So no wonder you like him and get along with him and love his dick and love his ass as much as you do. Because you guys are two in the same. Pebrick and all the trolls who've been trolling me for years. And, you know, I'm going to continue to keep blocking all you trolls. And I don't give a shit how much it pisses you off. I don't care how much it enrages you and frustrates you and makes you furious as hell. I don't care. I really don't. Not at all. Because, you know, I mean, I'm just trying to do what I feel and think is right. I really am. Because I'm out of options here. And, you know, I would rather block people than to, I don't know, see their comments, knowing very well that the more hateful, offensive comments that I get in return or as in feedback, it's just going to keep making me annoyed to the point where I'm going to respond. Sooner or later, I will respond and I will lose my fucking mind. So you can believe that. I will go absolutely nuts, crazy, and just unhinged on all of you trolls if I didn't bother to block any of you. And you know what? I can't handle or deal with any of the constant, nonstop, frequent harassment and bullying that I've been getting for the past 5 years. It's unfair. It's not right. And it's too much for just one person to deal with all of that and to have to live with that and to have to accept that. No, I don't have to. So I can block you if I want. So that way I at least don't have to see your annoying, sorry ass comments on my videos. Of course, you'll still be able to watch my videos and like dislike my videos and like share my videos and like say hateful, mean, offensive, cruel things about me like so many of you do and mention me, but at least you won't be able to comment on my videos or community posts, so I at least won't have to see, hear, or deal with any of you, at least on my channel. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know what more to say. I'm just heartbroken, you know, I'm crushed. I really am. And even when I have a job, trolls on the internet want to call like my boss. They want to know where I'm working so that they can call my boss and tell my boss that I'm a pedophile and that I'm a predator, I'm a sex offender, whatever. And that's all lies, because I'm not a pedophile, nor am I a predator or a sex offender. And you know, I find it really disturbing that so many people keep calling me a pedophile to this very day, even though I never was a pedophile in the first place. You know, a pedophile, according to Google, according to definition in the dictionary itself, is somebody who is a a pedophile is someone who is sexually attracted to a child, a prepubescent child, a kid, a little kid. And I have never been sexually attracted to children except when I was a kid myself. Like when I was a kid, when I was a child myself, that's the only time in my entire life that I was ever attracted to other kids, when I was a kid myself, during my childhood. And when I was 20 years old, in 2017, 5 whole years ago, almost 6, I said in one of my YouTube videos that I was sexually attracted to and wanted to get with a 14 to 15-year-old girl, even though I never actually got with one in real life. And hell, I never even pursued one. I never even tried to look for one or find one online. I never tried to contact one or anything like that, or hit on one or anything. And it's not like I would have been able to anyways, because I don't have confidence. I don't. I never have, and I never will. And so it's not like there would have been any way possible for me to even ask out a girl who would be a minor, or a teenager, in other words, when I was 20 years old, or 21, or 22, or whatever. Because I don't have the balls, I don't have the courage, I don't have the confidence in order to do something like that. And I have apologized for even making that video in the first place. I apologized pretty much more than once, and I should have only had to apologize once, and one time alone. But no, I apologized 2 times, maybe even 3. And even then, it's still never good enough. And when it comes to the people who hate me to death on the internet, and who are out for blood and literally out to get me and ruin me and wreck me and destroy me in any way possible way they can, they'll never let me forget. They'll never let me try to forget the fact that I, at one point 5 years ago, almost 6 whole years ago, that I said that I wanted and was sexually attracted to a 14 to 15-year-old girl. Even though I never actually got with one in real life. And never would have been able to. And not to mention the fact that none of you fucking assholes and predators and freaks out there on the internet actually have any proof or evidence or actual hard facts that I ever tried pursuing or going after getting with a minor on the internet. None of you have any proof or evidence. You'll lie and say that you do, of course, but you don't. You don't. None of you do. And you're all sick in the head. You're all lunatics. You're maniacs. You really are. And I think it is just so messed up and just horrible, terrible, and awful that any of you ever had access to the internet. I find it so heartbreaking that any of you monsters ever had access to the internet. You, Pebrick, Royal on Air, or any other trolls who have been just out to get me for the past 5 years, almost 6. And they will continue to do so because, like I said, and I know I said it again, and I'll say it again, I don't give a fuck, because the trolls will stop at nothing to see me ruined. I am well aware of what the intention of trolls are, who keep harassing me and who keep bothering me and who will not stop and will continue to do so. And you know what's even sad and interesting is the fact that I've literally had multiple discussions with police officers in person about how much I have been harassed and bothered and just trolled and just people attacking me on the internet. And every single time, every single cop I have ever talked to so far, including my dad, has said, stop making YouTube videos. Take a break from it. That's what I would suggest. That would be my advice. And that is the most dumb, stupid, retarded advice ever from either any cops or my dad himself, because I remember one time, a certain amount of years ago, that I wasn't making a single YouTube video for like a whole 6 months. And even during all that time, I still had trolls who were out for blood, who were out to get me. Even during that time, I was at least absent from making YouTube videos. Because you're all bloodsuckers. You're all parasites. You will stop at nothing. Once you started trolling me and got hooked to me, you couldn't stop. You just couldn't keep yourselves from me. I would say you're pretty obsessed, fixated, and addicted to me. I'm like a fucking drug that you can't stop using or taking because you're that much attached to me. And you know, clearly you trolls, Pebrick, and Royal On Air care about me. And I don't mean care about me in the good way, but I mean in the bad way, because you all care about me enough to keep bullying me, harassing me, annoying me, bothering me, haranguing me, nagging at me. You, along with all your other faggot subscribers. And so you all clearly care so much about me, because otherwise you'd stop. If you really didn't care about me, if you weren't all obsessed with me, addicted to me, fixated with me, and just, I don't know, like just so very attached to me and just hooked to me, then you would stop. You would stop. But clearly you won't and never will, because, like I said, you're all too obsessed with me. You're all addicted to me. You're all fixated with me. You're all hooked on me like I'm your drug. I'm just someone or something that you just cannot stop talking about or watching or focusing on or dwelling on. It's just really pathetic and sad. And it makes you all look pathetic and sad because it just proves my point right of how obsessed with me you are. All of you. I can't believe even your own subscribers don't call you out on this. But then again, your subscribers are just as obsessed with me as you all are. And, you know, I also wanted to say in this video and mention that, here's the thing. For all of you who threaten to like send emails to my dad or contact my dad or whatever, guess what? He is well aware of the fact of the stuff I talk about on my YouTube channel. Same with my mom, believe it or not. I literally do sometimes even tell my dad and mom, both, of the stuff I even talk about in my YouTube videos. Sure, they may not agree with what I'm talking about or may not approve of it or support it, but ultimately they really can't stop me, and it's not like I'm really doing anything illegal. I'm not breaking any law. I mean, at least not that I know of. And not to mention that my parents are well aware of the obvious and clear fact that I am an incel. Their firstborn son is a black-pilled incel. He's a raging virgin. But what can they really do about it? They can't really do anything. And it's not a crime or illegal or against the law to be an incel. It's not. Oh yeah, throw him in jail, throw him in prison. Why? Because he's a black-pilled incel. Yeah, but what did he actually do that's like a punishable crime or like offense or whatever? Because he's a black-pilled incel. Like, come on. Oh, and you want me to be in prison or in jail because I hate Western women? I can hate them all I want, as long as I'm not hurting them physically. And guess what? I'm not, and I don't plan to, because that's not who I am. I hate Western women, and I will continue to do so. I will continue to be sexist. I don't give a damn. I'm slightly racist, whatever. Fine by me. I'm homophobic, cool. I'm a bigot, great. I mean, wonderful. I don't care. None of those things are against the law. Now, if I were actually hurting and attacking people for no apparent reason, then yeah, I would be in prison or I would be in jail. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing anything that's actually like a punishable crime, that's actually like illegal and against the law. I just am some guy who's a black-pilled incel who wants to have his voice heard. Because I want to make friends with other black-pilled incels. And that's exactly what I've been doing for the past 5, almost 6 years. And believe it or not, but I've been making some women friends online too. Because here's the thing. I don't hate all women. Oh, what a shocker. No, I actually don't. Believe it or not. I just hate Western women because they have proven time and time again to be absolutely disgusting and repulsive and immoral and wicked and just so messed up inside and out and just ugly. And I don't mean ugly as in attractiveness wise, like physical attractiveness wise. I mean ugly as in their personality, their behavior, especially the more attractive ones, but even hell, even the ugly and average looking Western women are fucked in the head too. Western women are so easily brainwashed and manipulated. And you'd have to be a complete and total idiot and moron to not believe this. To just try to ignore or deny that just obvious, clear fact that's just screaming at you right in your face. Western women are foul. They're wretched, and they're just the scum of the earth. They're garbage. They are pure sewage. They're all shallow. Almost every single one of them in this country. I'm not saying all of them are, but definitely most of them. And they will never learn. They will never change. They will never get better. And same with the westernized, cucked men in this country, too. The fact that any man would even still bother to marry any of these hoes in America, my God, I cannot believe it. It's just an outrage. It's unbelievable. And their children are cucked too. Whenever any of these godforsaken, damned Western women marry any of these cucked westernized men, they just make these men worse. Because they just completely and totally cuck their husbands. They turn their husbands into cucks. Raging cucks. Same with their kids, if they have boys or girls or both. And you know what? If I'm able to, and if I'm able to save and make enough money, I plan to go overseas to try to find and get a more traditional woman, a more humble and meek woman, a more modest woman. Because the way I see American women and even other westernized women from London or the UK, from Canada, from Australia, they're just all fucked. Either I'll have to end up going to a Muslim country, Asian country, or Eastern European country. Maybe even all of them, to try to find the very best possible woman that I can, or at least to try to increase my chances of finding that. I have to at least try. Even if it means that something bad happens to me over in those countries, I still want to risk it. Because westernized women are just a lost cause. They're hopeless. They will never change. They never will. They'll never get better. And yeah, I hate them. But even then, I don't hate all Western women, because I do believe there are probably still some good ones. And I don't deny that. And if there are any good Western women, great for them. That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. That's amazing. That's really incredible and awesome. And like, believe it or not, but like I said, and I'll say again, I'm friends with some women both on YouTube and on Instagram and on TikTok. You know why? Because some women actually love and enjoy my content. And some women are actually, oh, guess what? Not offended by the stuff I say in my YouTube videos. They take no offense to it. And if there are women who are not even offended by the things I say in my YouTube videos, but then men who are trolls are offended by it, it just goes to show that the men who are trolls are such babies and they need to grow the fuck up and grow a pair. If you're a man and you're offended and pissed off and enraged and furious and frustrated by anything I'm saying in my YouTube videos, and I'm causing you like emotional distress and trauma or whatever, you need to grow the fuck up and grow a fucking pair. Because like I said, there are women I'm friends with online who are not even offended, not one single damn bit, by anything I talk about in my YouTube videos. Some of the women even agree with me about women, about men, about Western culture and society. I bet that really pisses you trolls off, huh? Like, and I'm glad that I have some women friends. I appreciate each and every single one of them, and I'm grateful for them. I love them. I care about them. I respect them. I support them. And I really enjoy talking to them as well. I really do. Same with all my guy friends. And of course, most of my guy friends online are incels just like me. And that's great, because then I can actually relate to these men and connect with them on a really deep and personal level. And we can relate to each other. And it's not like we always talk about incel stuff all the time. We talk about other things. I have other interests. I like movies, TV shows, books. I enjoy music. I enjoy good food. Especially if it's food that I make. I enjoy going on a walk, on a bike ride. I enjoy going to the zoo, the museum. I enjoy going to the grocery store if or when I have money, as long as there's not too many people there also. I enjoy swimming. I don't know, like, I enjoy traveling if I'm able to, but I've never really been able to that much. I haven't really been to that many places in America, and I've never really been out of this country either. Except, you know what, that's fine, because that's just me and my life. I'm not all bad. It's just that, all you trolls, all you people who hate me on the internet and just would love nothing more than to see me dead, especially by your hands, most of all, if anything, I'm not all that bad. I know you would love to think and assume that and accuse me of just being this just really heinous guy in person, but you haven't really gotten to know me that well. And I certainly don't want to get to know any of you trolls, knowing very well that you just keep continuing to dox me and my parents. Why would I want anything to do with you? You have lost any chance or opportunity of me ever being friends with any of you or ever forgiving any of you. You blew it. You blew it. All of you. You blew it. But you know what? Here's the thing you have to understand about black-pilled men who are incels, is the fact that the internet brings out the worst in us. Because here's the thing. The internet is already a pretty dark and crazy place. No thanks to you cocksucking trolls. And us black-pilled incel men, us virgin men, are already mentally unstable. Fair enough point. We're already emotionally traumatized, brokenhearted, crushed, torn apart men. We're emotionally and mentally weak. We're messed up, we're unhinged, whatever. So when we get on the internet just brings out the worst in us. That's why the only thing you really see, the only side you really see of me is this really dark and twisted, unhinged, mentally unstable, and just mentally disturbed and emotionally not there, whatever side of me. But, when I'm not on the internet, I'm pretty normal for the most part. I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty laid back. I'm pretty relaxed. I laugh. I make jokes. I don't know. I make other people laugh. I make other people smile. I don't know. And here's the thing. Sometimes my family and I even make fun of my videos, even including myself, believe it or not. I sometimes even make fun of the stuff I talk about in my YouTube videos. That may be hard to imagine, but I actually do. For real. I'm not even lying. No joke. I actually make fun of myself when I'm not making YouTube videos. But when I am, I'm being serious because whatever I'm making a YouTube video about or community post, I take it very seriously when I'm actually in the moment, in the process of making a video or a community post on my YouTube channel. But when I'm not making videos, when I'm not making a community post, I make fun of myself. I'm able to make fun of myself. It's not hard. I sometimes think the way I sound is kind of funny, or my intro may be a little silly. I don't know. And I'm able to laugh at myself. I am completely and totally able to laugh at myself. And so it doesn't make me feel like shit when my parents make jokes about my videos or my channel, or when I do myself. But when another person does it, it offends me. Because whatever I'm talking about in my video, or should I say videos, since I make a lot of them, I take what I'm saying very seriously because I'm being serious in the moment of making my YouTube video. But anyways, that's all I really wanted to say in this video today. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I'm out.